Do you find yourself that you have so many things to do and you have not enough time? The days are slipping by. Uh, every day, every week is slipping by. You know where the fuck my time is going, where is my money is going. I don't know where everything is going. And you're not able to make progress. You feel like you're stuck, right? And even though you are feel like you are a person with a 500 kilometers per hour speed and getting a lot of things done, you're getting things done when you're on driving, you're getting things done when you are walking, you're responding to Slack messages, GChat, Asanas, back to back, checking tasks off. But you look back, if you're being real, if you look at last month, you have no idea what meaningful thing you have gotten done. What have you accomplished? And the day just passes by like it's like this. Where the hell my days are going? Right. And this is a problem that a lot of us face that way. And we immediately start looking for, oh, I gotta try this technique, you know, there's a special technique, or I gotta download this app and I gotta keep track of my habits and routines. You know, these habits, I need to optimize my habits. I need to optimize my daily routine. I have to have some really good morning routine. I gotta wake up, drink a glass of water, do a backflip, and go to 5 kilometer running, and then start the day. Then my brain will be super duper recharged. I'll think so clearly. It's going to be wonderful. But after 3-4 days of doing that bullshit, you're like, oh, that was not the problem. Let me talk to GPT. Let me talk to somebody and figure out what the problem is. And then you start doing something else and you are in the different direction. How exciting and how useless all of that is. So, you feel overwhelmed, your thoughts are out of control, you're ruminating, right? And most importantly, thing is that you are not able to think clearly. And that is the biggest problem. That is not one of the problems on your checklist. That is the biggest problem, because with thinking, you decide what to do. By thinking alone, you do the actions that made your goal possible, right? And if you are not able to think clearly, you cannot see clearly, and you are just a blind guy in a room filled of junk. The obvious risk is you're going to get injured very soon if you keep moving. First is to open your eyes. And it's the obvious thing. But I don't know why we have this compulsive urge. I need to consume more information and do this or that. The solution is very simple, right? So what you have is your brain has evolved to handle maybe 1 megabit of information per day. And an average human consumes 34 gigabytes of information. So what do we do with that? I mean, you're not being superhuman right now. Our brains does not have like 10 big brains right now. And so you're just going through this information on a loop without taking any action on consumption or taking actions that is meaningful. You are like a Windows XP PC made in 1994 with 100,000 Chrome app open. And when you're figuring out why I cannot click and fill this form, of course you cannot fill this form. The brain RAM is already at overloaded. You cannot do anything. Every single last boring second you have where your brain could process all the information, process what you're feeling, process the uncomfortable decisions you need to make, process your fears, things you've been avoiding, things you've been delaying, right? You fill that gap, even the tiniest gap, with something other consumption. You watch YouTube when you're eating. You watch YouTube when you're eating. You check Facebook when you are about to sleep, right? You are listening to audiobooks when you are on the car. You're listening to podcasts when you're in the walking. You're listening to music when you're in the gym, right? And if there is no meeting or There's a no show or some time to waste. You are talking to somebody, and that's your entire day. A very good way to procrastinate on your life and just pass through the life completely unaware. What? So, what is the solution? The solution is very simple. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to reveal a magical productivity system here. All you need to do, you need to give your brain a little bit of space. You need to go to an empty room without your phone. But I would recommend instead of empty room, you need to go to some cafe or some mountain if you can. Just someplace away. And the most critical part is you're not going to take your phone with you or your laptop with you. Now you may be thinking, oh, what if some emergency happens? Like, nobody is going to call you if emergency happened. You cannot do anything other than add to worries to people. You're completely useless in an emergency. People have, before 2006, people have survived plagues, wars, right? Crisis, financial crisis, without having their phone. The goddamn anxiety of feeling 10 minutes without phone is completely dumbfounded. You can check goddamn Jeff Bezos or any other people who are accomplishing things. They do not have their phone in their pocket. Even the Tim Cook does not carry his phone in his pocket. And you're like, oh, you're going to prevent some emergency from using your phone. First of all, that emergency is not even emergency. Second is you cannot do anything. Okay, so just leave your phone for a day or a couple of hours at least at your home. Do not carry with it. You're not going to save the world from your phone, right? Nobody is going to call you in an emergency. Just relax. You're going to take only pen and paper with you on this quest. Nothing more, just simple pen and paper. Or if you're going to some place like cafe or something, you can take your noise cancellation headphones or something to kind of block the noise, or go to a quiet place. Try to find as quiet place as you can possible. The least stimulating the place, the less people you know there. The fewer the people there, the better it is. And just take an empty notebook or use notebook, any notebook, and a pen. That's all you need. No. Task number 1 is doing this, committing yourself to going there and doing this and not taking your phone. If you have accomplished this task, you're already ahead of 99% people who are just going to pass through life without thinking. So you're committing yourself to thinking. So that's opportunity. Now, when you go there, when you're in this isolated, quiet place with your own pen and paper, you'll start writing things which are obvious. Like, oh, I already know this task. Oh, yeah, in first 10, 15 minutes, you're going to write the obvious stuff. Oh, I already know I need to do that. Oh, I already know I gotta do that. Oh, I've been avoiding this. Let's get this done. Oh, this person need to have a conversation with. Oh, I need to have a hard conversation with them. Are you going to pick up or not? And you write down the obvious stuff. And that is not the point of this exercise. Writing the obvious stuff, right? Obvious stuff may be in your to-do list already. But nevertheless, you're going to write it. Now, you have written the obvious stuff. Now turn the page around. Look at the empty page. Yeah, look at the empty page. Right? Now you're going to feel uncomfortable. The discomfort will come. You'll be like, oh, I gotta go. And what if my house is on fire? Like, what if stock market is crashed? What if the Bitcoin hit $1 million? Crazy thoughts will come, right? Oh, I'm very uncomfortable. I gotta do this. Oh, this thing is time sensitive and urgent. I gotta do that. Just stay there. Don't do anything. Don't go anywhere. Just relax. Stay there. Look at the world, but just stare at it. Stare at it like this is the hottest woman you've ever seen. Just like you're staring like a fucking creep, right? Just keep staring at the blank sheet of paper. Now, while you're at it, you're going to feel pain, which is completely fine. No big deal. And then you start going a little bit deeper stuff. Okay. The decisions you gotta make. Like both are good decisions, but you gotta pick one. Evidence is clear that you cannot do both. Right? It's going to be painful, but you gotta make the decision. Right? You're going to write down the conversation you need to have, but never had the courage to have. Maybe it was a good one. It required some courage. Maybe it were the bad ones. Just don't judge them. Just write things down. Right? Write down the decision you needed to make or have to make. Or if you do not make, they'll be made for you. Right? Write down things you have been delaying or avoiding. Right? Doing or saying. Everything. Right? And you'll find there are plenty of things that you've been delaying. And those will become obvious to you. Right? Write down. Then wait an hour. Like, you might be like, oh, how long is it going to take after that? Oh, I'm very clear right now. Right? Just if you have not done this for a long time, right? I'm not going to give you any action things to do there. You'll start writing things down. The idea is for you to write down so much that you start repeating your thoughts. Right? And we can call it that's when you have finished it. For most people, it will take maybe 2 hours and that'll be all. If you are a serious case, you have a lot of junk in your brain and you have gazillion tabs open your brain, it might take 4 hours, even 5 hours, and relatively it will be more painful as well, right? But the good thing is you do not have to do it like every day or every week or even every month. Like once in a 3 month doing this exercise is enough. Like just once a quarter, and that's it. If you are older than 40 or 50, like once a year is more than enough. If you're younger than 40, in your 20s or 30s, I think once a quarter is more than enough. Keep in mind, your objective is to stay there and keep writing until you start repeating yourself, until there is nothing to think about other than thinking about what you have already thought about, right? And you're going to keep on writing. And don't worry too much about judgmenting. Do not worry about, oh, somebody is going to find out and read it. You can burn everything out later on after organizing it. Do not worry about somebody is going to read it and judge me, or I'm going to judge myself. Do not judge your thoughts. Just write everything down, right? Do not worry about categorizing and making a proper mind maps or organizing it or making it look really pretty and really nice. Do not worry about that as well. That is going to be counterproductive and waste of time, right? Just write stuff. The goal is just to write. Write down everything. Don't judge, don't organize, don't categorize, just write. And after 2 or 3 hours, clarity will start to emerge. You will start seeing your life from a 360-degree, like a jumbo perspective, right? You have a lifespan, you have limited time to contribute something, all right? You have limited time to make an impact, right? And you'll start seeing how short your life it really is, like. And that will be the really good insight that you'll have. And priorities will become very clear. You'll get this feeling like, oh, know what I need to do. You'll be much more bolder, courageous, effective, and fast after the exercise. Things that were tripping you over will not be. Your brain will be quiet the next day, like nothing to think about. It will be like completely empty. Give me something, I can do anything. Rumination will quiet down, the anxieties will go away. You will not be looking for a next productivity system, right? You'll just be productive without any accountability partner or without any of the bullshit, right? Because the productivity is coming from the place of clarity. It's not coming from frantic state of your attention is fragmented and you're constantly reacting to worries and action items and outside stimulus. You are proactively, intentionally doing something with the perspective like how this thing is fits into my overall life's goals, the things I want to, things which are meaningful to me, right? And with that clarity, you'll have a lot of strength. You'll naturally have a lot of perseverance. You'll have naturally a lot of persistent because of this clarity. Because you can see, like, if I keep doing this thing for a year, I'll have six pack abs. Why do I need to be worried about following the latest routine or latest biohacking method? Why do I need to go to the chirotherapy or do that last 10%? You do not need to do that last 10%. Even if you work out with 40% of accuracy and just be consistent with it and maintain a caloric deficit, you'll have six pack abs. I mean, you do not need to run 100 kilometers to have your RHR below 50. You can decrease your RHR without following the latest strength or burning yourself out. And you need to prove to yourself the things which are actually meaningful to you. Not prove yourself that you can run 100 kilometers. Or not prove yourself like you can be a gazillionaire or billionaire or trillionaire. Right? You need to prove to yourself that you can do the things which you want to do. Not think things that depends on the last reel you consumed or last piece of content you consumed. Right? So, do this simple exercise. I highly encourage you. It has helped me a lot. To do things which are actually meaningful to me and make strides and strides of progress towards it. You will also find your brain has finally quiet down. It is relaxation so deep that there is no CBD oil that could replace it. There is no L-theanine that could compete with it. The relaxation and the clarity of thought so complete and so comprehensive that your whole body is in this complete state of blissfulness and acceptance. And you are so charged to take massive action toward things you want to do. And that's the goal. And I hope you do this exercise and hope you get a ton of value from it and make life-changing decisions and start making goddamn actual progress. Rather than worrying about where the hell my time is going, where the hell my money is going. I made X amount of money, but where my money is? I had so much time this month, but I did not accomplish anything. These questions will become a thing of the past after you do the exercise, right? I cannot describe how joyful, how lightheaded, how blissful, how relaxed every muscle in your body and your brain will feel after you have done this, right? And I hope you have courage and the clarity of mind that to persist through the exercise also. Because some people are so addictive to be in this constant frantic state of reactivity that they just can't do it. They are just gone. They are just become NPC. Like, random players in the game just were constantly reacting. There is no intentionality left in them. So if you are becoming that person, it's time to take a pause and do this exercise with a lot of courage and a lot of effort. And let's get it done. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you got some value out of it and please do the exercise.